good evening and welcome to Bharat TV, and here's today's top stories. In breaking news, a terrorist attack on Bourbon Street in New Orleans left 10 dead and dozen injured, raising fears of holiday season violence. Locally, a Virginia man is arrested with a weapon, cash, and alarming Biden photos. And House Speaker Mike Johnson meets Trump at Mar-a-Lago to plan GOP strategy. The US sanctions Iranian and Russian disinformation groups, and homelessness in the US rises for the fourth consecutive year. From India, plans for a memorial for former PM Manmohan Singh advance, and Karnataka politics intensify over contractor's death. Delhi CM Kejriwal writes to RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat seeking reforms. And Gautam Adani is recognized as a Newsmaker of the Year for his resilience. Internationally, victims of the Jeju Air crash are identified as investigators probe the strategy. New Orleans terror attack left 10 injured, 10 dead, dozen injured. A devastating terrorist attack on New Orleans Bourbon Street has left 10 people dead and dozen injured. A suspect drove a truck through a crowd of New Year's revelers, firing into the gathering and later engaging police with an assault rifle. Officer returned fire, killing the suspect. Explosive devices were discovered near the scenes, raising concerns about additional threats. Mayor LaToya Cantrell called the attack as act of terror. And the FBI is investigating potential links to ISIS. The incident has sparked fears of lone actor attacks during the holiday season. Police are working to confirm the suspect's identity and possible international connections. Witnesses described the scene as chaotic, with emergency responder providing aid to numerous victims. Authorities have heightened security measures across the city. This tragedy highlights ongoing vulnerabilities to domestic and international terror threats. In local news, Virginia man arrested with weapons, cash, and Biden photos. A Virginia man was arrested after authorities discovered a weapon cache and photos of President Biden used for target practice. The arrest followed a routine traffic stop that revealed firearms in the man's vehicle. Further investigation uncovered anti-government material and detailed plan targeting public figures. Federal officials have charged the man with multiple offenses, including illegal possession of firearms. The Secret Service has been briefed on the case due to potential threats to national security. Critics are calling for stricter gun control laws to prevent such incidents. Observers note the rising political tensions contributing to such threats. Analysts predict severe legal repercussions for the suspect. This case underscores the ongoing challenges of addressing domestic security threats in the US. Mike Johnson meets Trump to plan GOP strategy. House Speaker Mike Johnson met with the former President Trump at Mar-a-Lago to discuss Republican strategies for the upcoming legislative sessions and 2025 election cycle. Johnson's facing criticism, with the GOP sought Trump's input to align the party's agenda with his base. The meeting emphasized loyalty to Trump's policies and strategies to encounter Democratic initiatives. Critics argue that Johnson's proximity to Trump risks alienating moderate voters. Supporters praise the collaboration as essential for energizing the GOP base. Observers note the timing as Republicans prepare to navigate a divided Congress. Analyst highlights the challenge to balancing party unity with broader electoral appeal. This development underscores Trump's enduring influence on Republican politics. US sanctions Iranian Russian disinformation groups. The US Treasury has imposed sanctions on two groups tied to Iranian and Russian disinformation campaigns targeting American voters. Officials allege the group used deep fake videos and fake news to manipulate public opinion ahead of elections. The Russian group employed AI to create pro-Russian content, while the Iranian group incited tensions over US Middle East conflicts. Treasury officials emphasized the threat to US democratic institutions and processes. Critics urge increased cybersecurity measures to combat evolving disinformation tactics. Observers highlight the global implications of AI driven manipulation. Analysts warn that these campaigns undermine public trust in democratic system. The sanction reflects the US government commitment to encountering foreign interference in elections. US homelessness rises 18% in 2024. Homelessness in the US rose by 18% in 2024, marking the largest annual increase in decade. Experts attribute the rise to lack of affordable housing, economic stagnation, and systemic barriers to support service. Major cities like Los Angeles and New York have been significant increases in unhoused population. Advocacy groups are urging federal and local governments to expand shelter capacity and affordable housing initiative. Critics argue that existing policies fail to address the root cause of homelessness. Observers highlight the urgent need of comprehensive mental health and addiction services. Analysts warns that the trend could exacerbate urban crises without immediate intervention. This development underscores the growing urgency of addressing America's housing crisis. In Indian news, memorial of Manmohan Singh advances. The central government has proposed location for a memorial honoring former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, seeking approval from his family. Singh's transformative economic policies and global diplomacy have been widely celebrated since his passing. Congress leaders and citizens alike have welcomed the initiative as a fitting tribute. Critics stress the need for non-partisan memorization of national leaders. Observers highlight the significance of such tribute in preserving historical legacies. Analysts predict the memorial could become a significant cultural and historical landmark. This proposal reflects bipartisan respect for Singh's contribution to India's development. The family's decision on the memorial location is eagerly awaited. Karnataka contractor death sparks political row. The death of a contractor in Karnataka has ignited political controversy, with allegations implicating BJP leader Priyank Kharge. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah dismissed claim of Kharge's involvement, citing a lack of evidence. The BJP accused the Congress-led government of corruption and negligence. Social activists have called for an impartial investigation to uncover the truth. Critics argue the incident reflects systemic issue in Karnataka's governance. Observers note the timing of the controversy amid upcoming state election. Analysts warn the incident could polarize voters further. This case underscores the high-stake nature of state-level politics in India. Investigations are ongoing, with significant political implications anticipated. Kejriwal writes to RSS chief seeking reforms. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has written to RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat urging support for social and economic reforms. The letter emphasizes concern about communal harmony, education, and employment generation. BJP leader criticized the move as political opportunism, while Kejriwal's supporters praised his outreach to influential groups. Observer note the timing of the letter, with Delhi election on the horizon. Critics argue the strategy could alienate AAP's core voter base. Analysts see this as a part of Kejriwal's broader effort to position AAP as a national alternative. This development underscores the complexity of ideological collaboration in Indian politics. The RSS has yet to respond publicly to Kejriwal's letter. Gautam Adani named 2024's Newsmaker of the Year. Industrialist Gautam Adani has been named Newsmaker of the Year for his resilience amid financial controversies and market challenges. Adani's ventures in green energy and infrastructure have cemented his position as a leading figure in India's economic transformation. Supporters credit him with creating jobs and driving innovation, while critics question his proximity to political power. Observers note the significance of Adani's recovery following intense scrutiny. Analysts predict continued growth for the Adani's group despite challenges. This recognition reflects Adani's impact on India's economy and global business landscape. His story underscores the interplay between business, politics, and public perception. In international news, Jeju Air crash victim identified amid ongoing probe. Authorities have identified all 179 victims of Jeju Air crash, and investigation into the tragedy continues. The crash occurred during the domestic flight in South Korea, with mechanical failure cited as a likely cause. Families of the victim have called for accountability and stricter safety measures. International aviation experts are assisting with the probe to prevent future incidents. Observers note the impact of the crash on South Korea's aviation industry and public confidence. Critics urge greater oversight and enforcement of safety regulations. This tragedy highlights the challenges of maintaining safety in a growing aviation sector. The government has pledged comprehensive reforms to address systematic issues. Investigators are expected to release a detailed report in coming weeks. That concludes today's news on Bharat TV. For the update on these stories and others, visit our website or follow us on social media. I am Nutan Vyas and we will see you next time.
Sanctions indicate continued expansion driven by innovation and collaborations. This milestone underscores India's emergence as a reliable player in the global defense market. The achievement is a testament to the country's commitment to becoming a defense manufacturing hub. In international news, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has dismissed a reported Ukraine peace proposal allegedly floated by Trump's advisors. Lavrov criticized the deal as unrealistic and biased, accusing the US of undermining global diplomacy. The proposal reportedly included concessions to Ukraine that Russia deemed unacceptable. Observers note the rejection highlights ongoing tensions between Moscow and Washington over the Ukraine conflict. Analysts suggest the incident reflects the complexities of brokering peace in deeply entrenched disputes. Critics argue the alleged proposal could damage the credibility of US diplomatic efforts. The development underscores the challenges of achieving consensus in international conflict resolution. This adds another layer of complexity to the already fraught geopolitical landscape surrounding Ukraine. That concludes today's news on Bharat TV. For more updates on these stories and others, visit our website or follow us on social media. I am Anjali Swami, and we'll see you next time. Until then, a very happy New Year 2025 for all our viewers and our entire Bharat TV team. Thank you.